I mean, new bike day is always brilliant, but when you come in here to pick up your new bike, then that's proper exciting. Proper good testing. I mean, there's some proper history here. Right back through, you know, mountain biking since it started in England almost. You know, they've even got me on the wall in places. There's Alex from Carl, who now works at Evil. I think he was about 15 in that shop. You know, current range stuff here. Yeah, Adam Brayton's downhill bike. And then you've got all the early stuff over here. I mean, that's the prototype stuff. I started riding these, you know, when you had an adapter for the fork on the, you know, forks didn't have brakes adapters built onto them, and that's the original splined up. I had them on my first tandem, these brakes. That's got to be back 94, 95. You know, pace downhill bike, rallies, all, you know, masses of heritage here. You know, even Volvo Cannondale bikes, you know, they've always been like a proper cutting edge company. And I do believe this is the bike I'm here to pick up today, new HB130. That's the HB160. That's their, not their first bike, complete bike they produced. There's another story for that upstairs, but certainly their first production bike, and that's the new one, HB130. So let's go upstairs now and meet Doddy and pick the bike up, and also we'll hopefully have a quick tour of the carbon facility, see where it's made. Because like everything else Hope do, apart from I think brake hoses and brake fluid and the phenolic pistons inside the brakes, they did try making them, but actually bought themselves a dog biscuit machine to try and make phenolic ceramic pistons with, but didn't quite work. And here we go. This looks like the man himself. Good morning, sir. How are you? I have to do a weird one-handed shake now.
Welcome, welcome.
Here we go. Hope HQ. Many, many bikes with many, many machines downstairs.
Magic, man.
Exactly. Swarf magic. So this is probably the Hope you're used to, with you know, multiple national champion Paul Holden there, and you know, multiple machines, multi-access milling machines, and they do all the heat treating and anodizing in here. And I'm going to stop filming because the overhead lights are clearly messing with the GoPro, but you get an idea anyway. But this is where the magic happens with the HB130, and if I'm lucky, they're going to let me get it. Starts live through here on the cutting table, and it's all laser cut into shape through there. You say 153 pieces on this, Doddy?
170.
Oh, 153 is the HB160, isn't it?
Yeah.
And 172?
I want to say 179.
179 on this one. You know, so as you can see, you know, here we are in Lancashire, and the frames are actually being built up here. So you say fibre starts in Manchester,
Yep.
goes to Lincolnshire to be impregnated, and then comes... Sorry, yeah, starts in Manchester, Lincolnshire to get the resin infill, and then back to Lancashire, where Mark and Dark put the frames together here. And it's in two halves. That's the female half, and then you've got the male half here with that slight overlap on it.
Yeah. Yeah, so they can interlock that way. So they join like that.
So it's an overlapping mesh rather than just a butt joint. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you say you've made about 400 frames now?
Yeah, with the 130 and 160. Yeah, just over.
And you're still doing the 160 as well, aren't you? That's still a...
Yeah, we'll probably do it up till sort of Christmas time.
Right, okay, but generally switching over to the 130...
Yeah, there might be something new coming.
There you go. Exclusive. Exclusive comment for... and all the fixtures and everything machined in-house as well.
Yeah.
They get added on afterwards and...
So we machine everything in-house, yeah, so the moulds are made. Even that's made everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And baked in-house as well?
Yeah, we got our own oven. Yeah, so we do everything that we can here. It's our way of kind of controlling it, so we know that it's done to the the best possible quality and standards.
And yet somehow the prices are still really competitive.
Yeah. Well,
which seem nuts, you know, because genuinely the complete bike prices are, you know, very, very comparable to Taiwanese Far Eastern made stuff.
Yeah.
Which
I think kind of making your own molds and stuff saves you a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know, you're not making 10 molds. We've got one of each size mold.
There we go. There they are, sat there.
And then, yeah. I don't know how we've done it, we just managed to do it somehow.
Oh, fair play. Fair play. Right, well, thanks very much, lads. I'll make sure I don't get any hat fibres in the layup. But, you know, this is pretty special that we're seeing it being built. And so how long does it take to put a frame together?
We can do one in a day. If we do nothing else in that day, we can do one in a day.
Yeah.
And then have it de-bulking overnight, and then we cook it in the morning, or cure it in the morning.
Yeah, and then the allied parts get put in there as well.
Yeah.
But you're saying now on this HB130 design, quite a lot of those alloy inserts for the hardware are actually sort of pocketed or fitted into the frame better, rather than it just being a sort of a surface stick. Yeah. It's actually, you know, the positions and everything are moulded into the frame.
Yeah, so actually, so you can see in the mould there, like the so like this is kind of the bottom link for the chainstay.
Yeah.
There's actually a proper shape under there, part of the mould. So when you lay your carbon around it, and obviously then, you know, there's the pressure from the bag, you actually get like a proper shape. Here's one we made earlier.
Right, so that's the actual insert.
That's the shape.
Yeah, that's the former. Yeah. Brilliant.
And then they get screwed together, don't they, and then glued in as well, so that ain't budging anything.
And you say pretty much, you know, I think the phrase that stuck out, you said nothing's gone back to landfill yet. No, about 400 bikes out the door, and
yeah, we've not had any manufacturer defects. We've had the odd little problem that we've sorted out, but yeah, to actually probably write off the frame because of manufacturing problems. Yeah, we've not had any.
And I imagine there aren't many carbon facilities you could go into and hear that back from. But then again, Hope reputation for looking after people has always been ridiculous. You know, that's always been absolutely ridiculous, above and beyond the control. When you bailed me out at numerous races with tandem brakes and all sorts of stuff, and you know, we were racing against Alan and Ian. I think, God, first time Malverns in the mid-90s, I think, when they had that old Orbit tandem. So, yeah, you've been in it a while.
Yeah, and we're pretty good at what we do, so yeah.
Damn straight. Right, lads, I'll let you get on anyway.
Yeah, no worries.
Thanks a lot. Cheers. So here's the slow cooker where the mould's going to. Actually operates pretty low temperature, about 120 degrees. And it's an overnight bake, is it?
A couple of hours, yeah.
Couple of hours in here, and then it goes through to processing and finishing. So this is straight out the mould. It's just had the first bit of flashing taken off, but then it goes to sanding over there. Is that correct?
Yeah. So each frame is sanded back by hand.
Yeah.
So the guys doing there.
Yeah. So it's a proper, you know, it's a proper labour-intensive process. Is all of this.
Yeah.
So after it's been sort of first sanded down, it gets a coat of lacquer. Then it's sanded down again.
Yeah, for a second time, so it gets flattened back. Once that's done, it goes through to the prep room where they put the decals on, so that's like a water transfer. And then, that's what's happening there, it's been flattened back. Then gets the final coat of lacquer, then it's pretty much ready to go.
Yeah, and so before it gets the lacquered, it gets machined down to clean everything up first. So
yeah, so the guys in the machine shop, they put in like all the cable guide holes, they clean everything up, make sure everything's ready for then putting the bonded sections in, which is like the hardware. Yeah, all in all, probably about 4 days work, something like that, to do those bits.
And then it gets taken upstairs to build up into a complete bike.
That's it, yeah.
And I guess that's where we're going now.
That's it, let's do it.
Okay. So that's the bonded rear triangle. And so how many pieces in that? Is it a 3-piece?
So this is 3 pieces, yeah. So we machine these bits out of a big piece of billet.
Yeah.
Same with the centre section, and then we then use the jigs over in the corner to actually bond the sections together.
Yeah.
So it creates, first of all, something really accurate. So there's no hammering or kind of extra machining needed, and also it's really strong. Like in testing, we found that the aluminium bits were breaking before the bonded sections.
Right.
Just sort of goes to show that like adhesives nowadays are incredibly strong.
Yeah. And there's no need, you know, there's no gain having a carbon back end.
No.
It's just a lot easier doing it CNC'd.
Yeah, and this is it. And it also gives people that kind of Hope look as well on the bike. You know, it's nice to retain that kind of CNC machine.
Yeah.
What we're kind of known for. So.
And that's sort of a box of bits there, ready to go on the carbon front end.
Yeah, so that's like the pre-assembly. So there's kind of both seat and chain stays, and then all the hardware and stuff ready to go. So we'll just get the rear triangle, which is probably one of these down here.
Yeah.
And yeah, once the guys have kind of got everything together, go straight to the workshop.
Cool. And of course all the handlebars are made here as well.
That's it.
And this is where all the HBs get put together. Dedicated bit area here, and there's a parts room through there. And there's a whole range of different specs, aren't there, that people can go for? So you're saying, I mean, even like 7 different decal kits you were saying, and then...
So there's 7 different colourway options, like on the...
Sorry, that's it, colourways, yeah.
So yeah, you can go for kind of the highlights of green, or there's the standard 6 colours that we do, sort of the anodising parts. Then you've got either choice of Fox or Rollins on the suspension. So on your bike you've got Rollins.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we've got quite a few different upgrade kits. There's the Axis and the carbon wheels from Santa Cruz.
Yeah, reserve rims, and the Axis. You're saying the Axis bikes come with a slightly modified machining setup on it, where there's actually seal caps on it, so there's no holes in the frame, which is, you know, particularly neat. You got obviously Hope crank as an upgrade, but you were saying officially it comes with a SRAM chain set, but you can, you know, you actually, the Hope upgrade is actually priced so it's you can still sell your SRAM crank on, or the shop can sell it on, and you're not losing out on there. And obviously, you know, Hope pretty much throughout the build, Hope bar, you know, all your Hope CNC goodness through there, Hope brakes. But it's a standard brake setup on this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rather than the radial on the HB160.
So you can just go for the standard E4 brake is what it comes with, but actually there's no reason why you couldn't put an X2 or a V4 on that if you wanted to.
Yeah, no, I saw one of the build-up kits through there had a purple V4 in it. So is the hub still... Sorry, I should have done research on this. Is the hub still specific, or...?
It is, yeah. So it's our sort of idea, how we perceive that, you know, like an ideal hub is, should be. So it's 130mm wide with a 17mm axle. Yeah,
so narrower but a much bigger axle diameter.
Yeah, so it's really strong and stiff. You know, it's one of those things we're not telling everyone this is the best way to do it, and this is just because we make our hubs, so this is how we envisage, you know, it should go. And really strong and stiff back end. It also means that we can build a super strong wheel as well. Yeah. So there's no addition on the wheel.
So it's fully symmetrical in terms of the spoking, and it comes with the Fortus rims as standard, but Santa Cruz Reserve as an upgrade.
Yeah, so there's plenty of upgrades and...
Fantastic. Right.
Enjoy.
Yeah, I am going to do. I am going straight to Stainburn. I've got a very impatient spaniel waiting in the van, so I best get it downstairs and head back over the other side of the border. And although it will pain me to get something quite as beautiful as that, absolutely filthy on the first run. Sorry about that, Doddy.
No, he wants to get dirty.
Right. Hey, well, thanks very much. Pleasure. Thanks for your time. Pleasure. Thanks for letting me get aboard it. Proper excited about this one.